Good afternoon. I'm Next Weather Meteorologist Casey Sherman. Wanted to bring you an update on the rain that we're now just getting started with, heading into a prolonged period of heavy rain from now through at least about Friday. And of course, this is what we currently have on our radar. Some heavy rain now moving into the Gulf Coast, southwest Florida. We've been looking at on and off periods of some heavy rain, along with some just very steady light to moderate rain across the area for the past several hours. You can pretty much pick a spot in Broward County, and they're dealing with some kind of rain there. We've been tracking some of the heavier pockets out and along the Turnpike right now. Some moderate rain from Driftwood Acres to Hollywood and Pembroke Park at the moment. Farther south, they're getting a little bit of a lull right now for areas like Kendall, Cutler Bay, a little bit of lighter activity. But notice what's just off to the south and west. We've got a heavier batch of some rain and even a little bit of lightning, with this little area of rain now pushing off to the northeast. And that's going to be kind of the case here as we enter the next several hours straight into the evening commute. We will be watching for some lulls, coupled with then some periods of heavy downpours, along with thunderstorm activity. So the evening commute for some going to be tough. Visibility will be limited if you end up falling under one of those heavy downpours for your drive home. And of course, you'll have to just take those roads slow. We certainly will be watching ongoing hydroplaning concerns as we head into the next several days, and we continue to see soils become more and more saturated. Some areas have already picked up between 1 to 2 inches of rain. We have about 4 to 8 inches of rain forecast over about the next 5 days. Notice as we enter the remainder of this afternoon, we'll continue with some rounds of rain through 6, 7 o'clock. Some breaks possible as we head into tonight and tomorrow morning, with additional rounds likely as we head into Wednesday and of course then Thursday and Friday as well. Flood watches remain in effect. Deep tropical moisture will continue to keep that risk of flooding high. We do have more coverage coming up on the CBS stream. You can switch over to that. We also will have Chief Meteorologist Ivan Cabrera in giving more updates later this afternoon, so stay tuned. All right, good morning, good afternoon rather. Meteorologist Casey Sherman here joining us. If you're joining us on the CBS Miami stream, we continue to talk about our flood risk as we are just now getting going with the heavy rain event that we have and now across the area. I want to bring you back over to our radar, which we've been keeping a close eye on these showers and storms. Of course, over the past several hours, we started off a little bit quieter early this morning, but man, have we seen the rain fill back in. We're tracking a little area of low pressure offshore of southwest Florida. That's what's been bringing us some heavy rounds of rain at times, along with some steady light to moderate rain. All this rain eventually will start to stack up though here as we continue with this elevated chances through Friday. Some areas have already picked up between about 1 to 2 inches of rain. Notice we can pretty much pick a spot anywhere in Broward County. They're dealing with some light to moderate rain. Some of the heavier pockets here focus in and around the Hollywood area, Driftwood Acres, near the airport. We have seen a little bit of a break now for areas like Kendall, still looking at a light rain from Miami Beach, Miami, Doral, and Sweetwater. But notice what's just the south and west of us, another pocket of some heavier rain along with lightning. This storm cell will continue to work its way north and eastward, and eventually that heavy rain set to fill right back in across those areas. So this is going to be kind of the case here over the next several days. We will see some lulls, rain lightening up, even tapering off completely at times, and then that rain again picking up as we see multiple rounds of showers and storms. We have enough moisture where it's really not going to take much to get some of these heavier rainfall rates going. Notice for the remainder of this afternoon, especially between about 5 to 8 p.m., we could be looking at some heavy thunderstorms across the area. It's right around that evening commute time that some of us could be finding a little bit of a tougher ride home, especially for those areas that have to deal with the heavier downpours. Hydroplaning concerns certainly going to become an increasing thing as we enter the next few days and those soils become more and more saturated. So as we take you through the remainder of today, additional rounds of some heavy rain will remain a possibility. On average, we're talking about over, by the way, the span of about 4 days, 4 to 8 inches of rain. It's about a month's worth of rain on the way through Friday, and this is exactly why rounds of heavy rain coupled with some breaks at times, that'll be a possibility tonight and into tomorrow morning, with more rounds of heavy rain to follow through your Wednesday. Flood watches remain in effect. That's through Wednesday, could be extended out through Thursday and Friday if these trends continue to hold. We've got a stationary front to the north of us, moisture being pulled in from the Caribbean to the south of us, and that's what sets us up to see this very heavy rain kind of event that will continue to occur through Friday as high pressure remains to the east of us, pulling in all that moisture moisture. 4 to 8 inches of rain anticipated locally. Some heavier amounts will be possible. The heaviest of the rain expected across the Gulf Coast, but we certainly will be looking at some needed rain. The problem is it's just over a short period of time, and that's where we get that flood risk. Now, by Saturday, Sunday into Monday, we actually should start to see things improve across the area as things will start to dry out. The deepest of the tropical moisture will begin to dissipate a little bit more. Across the tropics, that very thing that actually is bringing us the heavy rain right now is now deemed Invest 90L, and it does have a low chance of tropical development, but not until it passes away from Florida. So it's not until it's after it passes over us. It's not going to be an issue for us. Our bottom line is just going to be that heavy rain that we'll see through the end of the work week. If it does become anything, again, by the time it's already passed through Florida, that first name on the list is Alberto. We have a next weather alert in effect through Friday, improvements by the weekend.